Oh, here we go. Your favorite Monday night post-Raw show, and it's not even close. It's called The Last Word. Of course, I am your boy. And do we have something to talk about? Did something just happen on Monday Night Raw? Did we see the return of arguably the biggest star in the business? We are here every single week. Please subscribe to our BTT YouTube page. We are almost to 20,000 subs in just over a year. It's bananas, but it's because of all of you. If you want your voice to be heard here on the show, Kimberly, I see you. You can do it via a premium membership or a super sticker, and we'll bring you right on the show. Now, there's a lot of topics tonight, but as we went off the show last week, one of, let's just call it what it is, big stars here at the show was feeling herself just a little bit. And I will admit defeat before I even bring her on the show, so I can just say sometimes when your focus is on something else, you don't have time to deal with that. But I'll deal with her right now. So let's bring on to the show the three other people that make this brand what it is. And I had to tap dance. I had to wait because somebody didn't show up on time. Big Tommy C with the big old smirk on your face. Thanks for joining us, big dog. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Coach. I was watching OTC. I haven't seen the guy since WrestleMania.
I thought you were watching the home run derby with your Yankees player hitting 3 home runs tonight. What a wah. It's embarrassing, Big Tommy. Embarrassing.
I agree, dude.
All right. Now, I don't know what the exact numbers were. I didn't talk to my numbers guy, Raphael. Well, first of all, welcome in our numbers guy, Raphael Esparza. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Coach. I was on time, Coach.
I know you were, and I can always count on you. Raphael, do you happen to know off the top of your head what the exact numbers were on the little poll that we threw up last week on whether or not Gabby would beat your boy at a one-on-one?
Before I announce those numbers, I need to eat some crow first because I did say Coach was going to dominate that poll. So I apologize, Gabby. I was totally wrong. I am eating crow right now, so I apologize. And she won, I think it was 66, 67%. I do believe that's what the final number was that I saw.
Gabby, good evening. I'll give you what I give you on the morning show. Not that you've ever gotten it, not that you've ever watched it, but we do this thing where we do 15 seconds, where we give somebody the first 15 seconds to say whatever they want to say. So I'm going to give you the first 15 seconds of the show. Floor is yours.
So I'm not going to brag. I know you think I'm going to come on here and brag. It's not what I do. I don't think it's a good look. I watch you do it all the time, and it's not attractive. I'm just going to say I told you it would happen. I believed in the fans for believing in me. I didn't even have to prove anything. They just knew by me persuading them that I was that good to beat you. So thank you to the fans, because that's really who it's all about. I appreciate you and love you for believing in me, and all's right in the world. So thank you very much.
Well, you said a word there before we get into the big thing that just happened moments ago on Monday Night Raw, and that is use the word look. And for some reason, we have a close-knit group here at the brand. I'd like to think so. And there was somebody that in the last, 24, 48 hours decided that he would change his look. And I have my thoughts on why. I don't think Tommy has seen him yet. Hey, producer man, can you bring Dirt Sheet Dan Double D up onto the screen real quick, please? Very interesting. So, Dirt Sheet, while you were doing your job looking for all the little nuggets, whether or not Roman Reigns would come back tonight, you decided to shave. First time ever the week after Gabby posted what she posted. If you know, you know. Now, Dirt Sheet, are you or are you not trying to impress Gabby?
It was bothering me. The beard was bothering me. It was long. I had to shave it.
Oh, well, that's not even an answer. He didn't even answer the question. By the way,
that was an answer. That was an answer.
It was an answer without me. You're right. All right, Dirt Sheet, if you get anything during the show, come back on. Do your job. Producer, man, take him off. All right. Now, normally, I think tonight history was made. And I thought we were going to start the show talking about the fact that the first 90 minutes was Evolution night number 2. However, that's got to be topic number 2. Gabby, we saw at the end of the show, all the rumors were out there. He was going to make his return. But was it supposed to be tonight? Was the gauntlet match even supposed to happen tonight? The Seth Rollins injury may have changed everything, but the end tonight, out came a very thin-looking, in shape-looking Roman Reigns. Already the new T-shirt is being made, the OTC1. What did you make of the return of Roman Reigns?
I think a lot of men are going to be happy because we don't have to talk firstly about the women because they ended it up with a big surprise from a nice meaty man. He's still meaty. I still love him. I still think he looks great. Awesome. I actually loved it. I loved the gauntlet. I'm a huge Braun fan. I think it makes things insanely interesting. I thought it was a great showing. And the surprise of Roman, I thought it ended a very solid Raw. Today, I actually thoroughly enjoyed Raw, which is not always the case. So I'm excited to see the return of Roman. By the way, OTC1, is that an ode to QB1, Cody Rhodes? Just saying.
Oh my God! How do you always take it there? How do you always take it there? Then with that little look with your mouth,
because I did. We skated over it, but it's fine.
Tommy.
Yes, sir.
I'm not bringing Cody Rhodes into the discussion. I refuse.
I just did, though.
Roman Reigns came back. We talk about details all the time. First of all, you can win when you lose. Braun Breaker won tonight despite losing. CM Punk won tonight. He's going to get a shot at SummerSlam. But Roman Reigns coming back. Then he helps up Jey Uso. And then CM Punk stares him down as we're going off the air as if to say, I don't know where I stand with you. But with Roman back, he could not have come back a moment too soon with Seth Rollins probably being out for upwards of a year.
Yeah, it just proves how this guy is still the king, right? I mean, that pop for him coming out was just unbelievable. He is the man. There's no doubt about it. I bet you at SummerSlam, and this is my prediction, I bet you he goes against Braun Breaker at SummerSlam.
You think so?
I think it'll be him and Braun. I don't know who else he could wrestle, Coach, right? He's not going to wrestle Punk. Punk's wrestling Gunther.
Yeah.
Seth is out. He had a little heat. He got the heat here tonight with Braun. Maybe that continues and that elevates Braun even more.
Well, if they want to keep him away from Solo and those guys, I guess so.
Solo will not be involved with Roman right now.
I think you've got to play this out. I agree with you. You got to play this out. Raphael, what do you think the opening number will be if it is Roman against Braun Breaker? Where would you put that?
Well, over under spears would probably be like 8.5, 10.5, just for the amount of spears in that match. But Roman Reigns would have to be probably a good $5 favorite easily to beat Braun Breaker on a SummerSlam, on a Sunday main event SummerSlam, if that's the match.
How much of a favorite did you just say?
I would say probably minus $5 Roman Reigns.
-5 over a guy that clearly they want to push to the moon, Raphael.
Yeah,
Braun Breaker's the next guy.
Yes,
You just said he lost today and he won. He can still do the same thing at SummerSlam because you just said it. Seth Rollins is going to be out a year. Now, I don't know how much time Roman Reigns is going to give WWE. Is it maybe going to extend this time because they need him? But if they need him and he says yes, then I think he gets the win.
But Roman's on another level, man. Roman's on another. You get with Roman in a ring, it's putting you on that almost that same level. And Roman's going to get him over. Roman's going to go over. But it makes Braun really elevated at this point in time.
Speaking of elevated, I thought about my take as I was watching it as a guy who actually turned heel at SummerSlam 2003. What's interesting is we have a super sticker. That's what we get when we do a lot of shows, Gabby. From Tyler B. Producer man, put it up on the screen, please. He says, hey, Coach, why are you being so irritated tonight? This is actually a really good thing. With it being SummerSlam season, Evolution night number 2, what was it like being the host of the most competitive SummerSlam match of all time, Diva Dodgeball?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be honest with you, Tyler. I was out at the club the night before. That was in Toronto. I was out at the club. At that point in my life, I believe it was what we called Halle Berry lookalike was who I was hanging out with that particular night. And so we were out late at this club in Toronto called Government. It's legendary. We walked in 40 deep. And so I had maybe an hour and a half of sleep, and I had to get up, and I had to be on camera looking like $1,000,000 watching divas who didn't even want to be there
Challenge in
throw
itself.
balls. Doing what?
I said that's a challenge in itself, making you look good on camera.
Why are you ruining my flow when I'm talking about appearing at SummerSlam
I was
and you're
falling
talking
asleep. I was trying to help. I was trying to help spice up the story.
Yeah, these two are laughing their asses off, and you're over here going, man, I think it'd be awesome to be in a Diva Search at SummerSlam. Maybe I can hook that up for you, Gabby. Maybe I can
Dodgeball?
hook that
I
up for
would
you.
fucking be awesome at dodgeball. If it's like
There's
actually.
no doubt.
Are you kidding?
You would be awesome at it. The girls that participated that year were terrible. Absolutely terrible.
See it.
Oh my God, the Diva Search. I have PTSD from the Diva Search. I really do. All right, so we've hit on Roman. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, just like Tyler B, you can do it through a super sticker. But now we go to the big topic of the night, because I thought that the reaction, Gabby, to Evolution was spectacular. I thought that Naomi continues to raise the level of her game. I thought the physicality with Jade Naomi was amazing. I thought the cash-in shocked everybody because everybody thought it was going to be on Tiffy time. And then tonight, first time probably in the history of the freaking show, the first 90 minutes was all women's wrestling. Did that surprise you?
It didn't, because I mean, sure, it surprised me in the fact of like I did not see that coming. But when you followed the show of Evolution and that match that we got, to end it the way it ended last night with that match between Rhea and Io, that was spectacular, with a finish as shocking as Naomi. Like, how do you not continue on some of the storylines and continue on with what like they made happen on that show last night? So shocking, yes, because they actually gave them the floor to do it, but not shocking because the storylines that they continued with, this is what they should be doing every single week. It shouldn't be shocking to see them continuing storylines and emotional things when the fans are into it. Unfortunately, that shouldn't be shocking, but it is. So I absolutely loved it. I thought the follow-up with Nikki and Chelsea, because it's Chelsea Green, who we've said we wanted to see on TV, it should have been started with Naomi. I'm happy they already just threw her onto Raw. Another banger of a match between Lyra and Bayley. Like, they were all, and they weren't just scrapped things together to throw on to give the women some exposure. It was all follow-ups, and it was all awesome.
It really was. But what also was not shocking, as we use that word, just throwing it out there tonight several times, is the fact that once again, and I know I like to pick things apart. I'm all about details. But can you not learn how to say the word "you" like we do in the States? Because every time that Rhea Ripley picks up the damn microphone and says, it drives me insane. Insane. Line of that promo, though, was when Io, who talks a certain kind of way, and it's very endearing most of the time, when Naomi says, I don't know what the hell you just said. Oh, I pop like a son of a bitch on that one. Tommy, are you as into the first 90 minutes tonight, other than the fact that, don't tell me Chelsea does not have heat backstage? You're losing clean to a person that hasn't wrestled in 8 years. What are we doing? But regardless of that outcome, I love Chelsea Green. Tommy, what'd you make of the first 90 minutes tonight?
I thought it was very entertaining. Naomi coming out was very entertaining, very good. The thing that I didn't like was, if I'm Io, I'm pissed off. I'm not coming out posing. I'm coming out running to the ring. I don't even care if my music started. I just lost my title to you. I'm not posing. I'm not smiling. I'm not doing anything. I don't know why people in the back, they figure they have to have their big time entrance. It's all about reality and storyline. I just lost my title 24 hours ago, and I'm friggin' coming out to my entrance, doing my little pose, my booty shorts on, which I didn't mind, and just coming down the ring, and she was like happy.
I was going to say, Tommy, let's stop short of the booty shorts, because we all approved of those tonight. All right? We all approved of those.
But do you get my point, Coach? Your storyline.
I wrote it down.
It was ridiculous.
And then when she came down, and not only was she doing that, but she's looking at the crowd doing that thing that she does. You don't do it there. And to me, that's on the agent. It's on the agent. Because Michael Cole, no, he's programmed to say great things about but he goes, she perhaps is the best wrestler in the WWE. If you watch that match last night, some of those moves, I don't even know how they got into those positions. And then the impact. I mean, Io Sky is next level, but you got to put her the right way. And that was just short-sighted. It was not smart. But even if you're Io, It's reality-based booking. If you just lost the most important thing that you have in your life, the women's championship, you're walking down with a purpose. You're looking at nobody but Naomi, nobody but Rhea. That's it. That's it. And
Yep.
it wasn't good.
I got a quick question, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy. Yeah.
Are you shocked that it's Naomi and the triple threat instead of Jade and Naomi at SummerSlam?
I'm not. And I'll tell you why. Because last night was a much bigger banger than I ever could have imagined between those two. And you got to let that simmer a little bit. So if you're going to use Jade and get something hot with both of them, you don't put them back against each other. Also, the draft I know is going to happen. I got that it's going to happen. I got it from my inside source. It's going to I just don't know the exact time, but it's going to be in the next 2 months by September. So this was a way to do it without having to have that stupid-ass draft. And I hope they change their mind. I cannot have it. Raphael, what do you think the early line is? Because Naomi, the last couple of months, she has come out of nowhere. So now those odds for her have got to be changing.
Yeah, if you had asked me a couple months ago, she would have probably been an underdog. But now she's the favorite because the crowd loves her. The crowd loves her mystique, and the crowd loves her now new language that she has on the mic. So I just think that's going to probably be a big plug. So I think she retains at SummerSlam. They're not going to take away the belt less than, 2 months away from giving her. So she's going to win that one. I have a feeling there's going to be a fourth person involved in that three-way match.
You think there's going to be a fatal four-way instead of
No, I don't think it's going to be a fatal four-way, but I think someone's going to interfere. That's why she keeps her title.
Bianca?
Interesting.
You
think
I didn't say anything.
I think she's turning.
Or Liv's back.
No, Liv's is a 3-month injury.
Yeah, she's out.
I'm not good at math.
But even if she came back being a shoulder, I don't think they'd put her in a match that soon. Certainly not. It's 19 days from tonight, so it's less than 3 weeks.
It is 19 days. So what? Now we know that it's a match. So what are we going to see from them every week? Like, are they just going to? You know what I mean? That's where I'm just like, just announcing it right away. Like, I get it, but also you have 19 days. I don't want to not see Naomi, and then for doing anything as the champion until SummerSlam. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like now they're in this spot. Where are they just going to beat each other up until then and just talk shit? Like, what's going to happen?
I mean, when I was booked before at SummerSlam, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ahead of time, something like that. And I didn't really know what to do with myself. So I just started falling around. What? I'm telling you how they the disrespect.
I literally said nothing. I was just sitting here.
So what me and Eric Bischoff did to just get people off our scent was to just have me hang out, follow them around. Maybe maybe Naomi will do something to get it off the scent that she's going to come in. And maybe next week or the week after, what if we throw in a stipulation? What if we make it more than just a regular match? Maybe it's I don't know. Triple threats are always difficult to do correctly, but would we want to see an added stipulation as part of this? Or do we think it can live on its own as just a triple threat coming off the momentum that we got last night at Evolution, Gabby?
Yeah. I mean, we saw the triple threat between Bianca, Rhea, and Io at WrestleMania, and I was not even excited for it, and it was the match that stole the show for me. So I know it's going to be a banger, and then you saw last night, it's going to be an epic match. But 100%, I do not see Naomi losing with the momentum that she has. So something has to come from what's within the next 19 days, either a stipulation, someone else maybe has to be involved. Someone's got to plant a seed. Something's got to happen for it to not be like, okay, cool. It's going to be a great match and Naomi's going to win. And that's all she wrote kind of thing.
It's going to be interesting to see how the creative team, and this maybe Vince Russo said this today. He said the Seth Rollins injury and maybe the Liv injury is going to force the creative team to just trash everything and start over and really get creative, because with a 2-night SummerSlam coming, boys, 2-night SummerSlam and ladies, it's going to be interesting to see how they fill the time. Now we have a super sticker, Tommy. I'm going to bring you this one. Tyler B and his Black American Express spending again. We call this a mid-carder in the whole world of super stickers. Do you guys think they'll team Roman up with Jay to face Braun and Bronson?
I was going to say that. I like that idea.
Tommy?
That could be a big possibility, too.
Mhm.
I think if they could build on that with Roman and Jay coming back together, a little storyline, backstage stuff for a couple things, Maybe they jump Jay something, and Roman comes in, and Mr. Pierce with his infinite wisdom and terrible acting that he does every
Oh
week.
my
What?
God.
He wants to be.
Toupee segment was my favorite segment of the night.
I get it. New Day is off the charts. So those guys are the most entertaining guys
Insane.
backstage. They are great, but Adam just tries to overpop everybody. Man, just calm down, dude. Calm
I
down.
love when he uses really sophisticated words in his promos and they're live out in front of the audience and then he messes them up and then he just goes to and that's official. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had something I was going to ask and I can't remember. Raphael, let me come over to you. Roman and Jay, do you think that they? Oh, I know what. Gabby, I have something for you. I just remembered. But Raphael, is this something that you can see if they did this? If it main evented one of the two nights, would that change the odds than if it was just a match on one of the two nights?
Oh, that would quickly change odds. If it's a tag team match, then it's probably not going to be a Sunday. It might be a Saturday match because you figure both belts would be key into Saturday and to Sunday. Maybe the female match might be the Saturday one. But if it's a tag match, then I still think Roman and Jey Uso would be I don't want to say heavy favorites, but they will be a favorite. I just want to know, will Roman yeet if he's in the ring?
Well, that's where I'm going to go next. By the way, I thought Adam tonight, when he came out and made that triple threat match, I thought he was going to take it a step further and say, and on top of that, you're main eventing night one.
Me
And
too.
it felt like
Me
he was
too.
going there,
Yep.
didn't he, Gabby?
Yeah.
It really did.
And they better main event one of those nights because I'm going to be pissed if they don't.
Well, night two's got to be Cena Cody, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's got to be
whatever.
Cena Cody. And now you got Punk Gunther.
Yes.
And then let's not forget, guys, the guy who throws the best punch in the business right now. And it should embarrass every other working superstar working right now. And that's my boy Jelly Roll. Because what he did I'm not even joking around. I'm not even joking around. But I'll get to Jelly Roll in a second. Because Gabby tonight, and I've never seen anything dumber. And I know we're doing entertainment. I know that. But when you just lost your world heavyweight championship and the guy who beat your ass is up in the rafters staring down at you, it should be, like Tommy said, like Io Sky, the most important thing in the world to get it back. And what did Jey Uso do tonight? He came out, beat down Braun a little bit, and then started to yeet. And then, as the announcers alluded to it, he went back and let's do it again. Let's roll it back. And he yeeted twice during a match that would lead to a match to get his title back. Some of the dumbest booking I've ever seen. I even tweeted. I said, have I ever felt like Jay never had a chance? Not until this moment right here. You knew he had no shot when they did that stupid shit. Your take.
Yeah. I mean, the yeet has become bigger than the championship at this point, to be quite honest. The yeet is its own movement. They should make a yeet title and he would never lose. And that's all that would matter. It really. Listen, I love Jay. Like the yeet thing is what it is at this point. I just know he's going to do it. And now I just kind of laugh. I'm just like, well, it's for the kids. It has to be. It's for the kids. It's for the lightheartedness. It's for the fun of the show. And like, that's how I read into it now. It's not, unfortunately, that serious Jay that won and tapped out him at WrestleMania. That's not the same Jay that I'm seeing. I know he's capable of it, at least. I know the door can swing that way, but they're not doing that with him right now. And that's just
so why don't we do this to your point? Because I always like to rebook because I'm smarter than they are. With Jay coming back out at the end with the Roman stuff, you could have had Jay and Braun start that match. It would have changed nothing. It would have changed nothing. You come out, he ends up beating him down, then he wins, Jay disappears and comes back out at the end. Nothing changes from that. You're just reversing the order, and then you could still get the eating in.
Yeah.
That made no sense, Tommy, to do that at that point of the match after two guys had already been. LA Knight had been eliminated, and Penta. So he's the third guy in, and he's going to yeet twice?
When he did this, I'm like, are you kidding me? And by the way, quick question for you guys and Coach, especially because we've been around the longest around the business. Has he had the most underwhelming championship run you've ever seen in the history of the WWE? I can't even look at Jay and say, you know what? He was a champ about a couple of months ago. I can't even see that anymore.
No,
it was
Io's
just so
was more
underwhelming to me that
EOS was
It's
bad.
really, yeah, it's bad. That championship run was so underwhelming, and I love Jey Uso, but he was so forgettable, Coach.
You know what they did? You know what they've done? They took one of the best tag teams of all time, and his brother Jimmy had his issues, and so I'm quite sure backstage Jay said, "Hey man, I've got to go on my own because every time you get in trouble, it hurts me." And then he becomes a champion, and they now have made him a mid carder.
Yep,
That's what they've done. Tag team to
perfect.
champion to mid
Perfect.
carder, and
You-
there's no way at this point, Gabby, that they can make him any more than that after 15 years.
Yes.
You know what's also interesting that in my mind, like when the wheels turn about how things change is, when the feud started between Jay and Gunther was this massive animal and nobody cared. Like even Tommy would be like, I'm not sold on Gunther. Like nobody cares. He would get no reaction, nothing. And as much as Jay winning and beating Gunther was so big and he won the feud, I don't think they realized how much people were going to like Gunther after that feud. I think Gunther really came out of the feud as the winner because they hated him so much. Now the reactions he gets, he's the monster they always wanted him to be now because of that feud, and that's who they're strapping it to, and it's not Jay. And I think that's where it changed.
You're spot on. Absolutely spot on. And I hate to admit that because I am not a Gunther fan, but watching him Saturday night and the way he put Goldberg over and the way they booked that match, super smart, super intelligent. The pace was right on. You never see Goldberg go 15, 16, 17 minutes. He did. It felt good. It felt right. And not too many guys, I don't know if anybody else could have done that, what Gunther did. So give him all the flowers in the world. Raphael, let me come over to you because as we move forward, it does feel like Jay has officially been moved out of the conversation as top guys.
He has, but I think he's now Jay merch because he's still going to sell the shirts. He's still going to sell the sunglasses. But there's no way, if that's a tag team match between him and Roman, there's no way Roman Reigns will let him yeet twice when he's in the ring. I just don't see Roman doing that. But he's just now Jay merch. That's all the WWE is using him for now, is for merchandise and merchandise.
So I had Dirt Sheet Dan look up a couple of numbers for me because I think it's very interesting as we start to move forward. Double D, I need to see your little smooth face on the screen one time. So Double D, top guys that are being booked right now, what are the ages as compared to what Braun Breaker is, please, sir?
Okay, so we got compared to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is 27. We got LA Knight 42. Roman's 40.
Okay.
Bronson Reed is 36. Punk is 46.
Whoa.
Seth is 39. Gunther's 37, and Jay is 39.
All right, thank you, Double D. So listen to that. All of those superstars are at least 37 years old, except for Braun Breaker. And I think sometimes because it's a wrestling business, Double D, get back to work. You got more stuff to look up. All right, there you go. That if you're going to wrap a rocket ship to somebody's back, and in the NFL, Tommy, all of these guys, except for Braun Breaker, they'd be at the end of the road. They'd be at the end of the rope. And you can't, and that goes for 20, 25-minute matches as well. You got to start thinking, how are you going to book? Seth Rollins did a simple backflip that was unnecessary, by the way, and he blows his knee out for a year. These guys have got to start thinking, I am more valuable on the screen. And if I'm Seth Rollins, what am I thinking at home right now? I'm thinking, damn, I got a year rehab just to come back. And then how good am I going to be? How fast can I go? And Tommy, he's going to be 40 years old when he comes back. These guys have got to start thinking about that.
Yeah, it's a tough, man. That was a tough night for him because I'm sure long term it was going to be him and Roman at SummerSlam. I'm definitely positive thinking it was going to be it. And that would have been a banger of a match too. They have a lot of history together, and now he's out for a year, Coach. 1 year. That is a long time in this business, isn't it? I mean, you go 2 months, and like, are we talking about Liv at all? She's been gone? No. He's going to be gone a year, Coach. Unless they keep him relevant in the show, which they're not going to do.
They're not going to do that.
No.
They could have had him tonight. They could have had him tonight on crutches, or I mean, he's in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where Raw was tonight. That's where all of the athletes have always gone to the offices of Dr. James Andrews. He's way old now, and he had his he was the mentor of several other top level surgeons. So they all go there now, and they just pay cash. Those surgeries are crazy. So for him not to be there tells me it's really serious, that either he's already undergone surgery or he's going to, or it's so swollen on the outside of the ACL that he couldn't come to the arena. They're not going to do that. And Gabby, tonight, it was very, very clear. Paul Heyman is going to be the voice, and they've got to figure out who's going to be the next person they put into that group. To me, that's the next big decision that they need to make. Who do you think would be a perfect fit with Bronson Reed and with Braun Breaker?
That's tough because to be at the level where Seth is, it's hard right now to even put somebody there. Someone who I think is, I don't know. That's a good question because the people that I know they'd want to see, the people that are over is the carrying crosses and these kind of things. Carrion's too loved. They need somebody to kind of hate to be in that group, and they need to be a leader of the group. So you can't really put somebody in who doesn't have the legs to stand on, I guess I would say. I really don't know. It
could be Rusev.
Could be Rusev.
Rusev.
Could we get Drew McIntyre now that he's back? Maybe.
I'll throw a wrench in.
Go ahead.
CM Punk. Why not he come back and then he screws Roman Reigns? We just saw that maybe they were going to shake hands, maybe something, and maybe
never trust Paul again.
No, but Raphael, if he's in that faction, then he can't screw over Roman Reigns. He would have to be in alignment with Roman Reigns to screw over Roman Reigns.
But how pissed off would Rollins be for a whole year knowing that CM Punk has his mic?
No, so he'd be pissing off Seth, not pissing off Roman.
Well, right? I know, but I'm just saying he can screw Roman Reigns and then go back to Paul Heyman and then lead.
Yeah, but then that screws Heyman.
I think Drew's the guy.
Yeah. You think who? You think Drew's the guy?
Think about it. Drew is
I like Drew.
I think Drew is always that guy. He shows up. He's always performing. He's got the good promos. He's liked, but he's also hated because he's good at being the bad guy. He has heat with Rollins. He has heat with Punk. All these open-ended storylines that never really end well for him. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. He could lead Braun and Bronson without being it not believable because he's smaller than them. And why not put him with Paul? And he's good. He's quick with it. He's very entertaining. He could hit him and Paul together. I think it could really be something. And I think it could be reinvigorating for Drew to have something new going on right now.
I love Drew McIntyre.
Me too.
And you're giving me a lot to think about. I think there are certain guys that are meant to be lone wolves.
Yep.
And I feel like Drew is one of those guys. And to me, if I had faith in the creative team and if I had faith in them writing skits and storylines that make me believe that Drew would buy in, but he's also the muscle. And when you're putting together a faction, you got to have different guys that do certain things. And you got to have the brains. Seth had both. He had brains and brawn. Then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they were both the muscle. So I wouldn't put a third guy in as the muscle. But I have a name that has been very good intellectually, has been very good playing mind games. You would be able to have a female in the group immediately by association. Karrion Kross.
I said that.
When did you say that?
I said that at the beginning. I said I would say Karrion Kross, but I think he's too loved to be in the faction.
I was too busy looking at the ages. I apologize. I did not hear you say that.
Yeah, I did. Thanks, Tommy. I said Karrion. I said he was the first one that came into my mind. But I don't see it. I don't see him needing to be in a faction because.
Why would you say that? He's struggling to find a spot. As over as he is, he needs something. He needs a rub.
He needs it.
But he's got the massive pops
show too.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like that faction is not supposed to be getting pops. I know it's Paul and it's Seth, but you put Karen in that and they're automatically going to want him to win everything.
Gabby, Evolution got pops 20 years ago. This is the same exact thing. They had Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton, all heels. And yet every time they walked out, they got a pop like a son of a bitch. And that's why they had to turn on Randy Orton. At some point, they had to turn on somebody to make it look what would a heel do?
Yeah.
And Triple H was the leader of that faction, and he did the famous thumbs up, thumbs down. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been in the building for. He was like, yeah, no.
You know who we should get in there?
Who?
We're throwing out names. Give me Ron Killings and to lead that faction.
Is he still in the WWE at this point?
What did they do to him, man?
I don't know.
Oh my God. No, it's a perfect way that it always happens. You're listening to the marks, you're listening to the fans, and Triple H once again got. Because a week after it happened, all you're looking at is a dude that slicked back hair and a new T-shirt, and that's it.
Yep.
And after John Cena, they've done nothing with R-Truth. And I don't think
cut his hair for nothing.
Well, I think people still want the funny R-Truth. So if you put Ron Killings in that faction and you throw in a little bit of haha, I think it takes away from what the WWE desperately needs, and that are absolute killers. And that's what that group was shaping up to be, was absolute killers before Seth Rollins got hurt. I mean, this changes everything. Let me ask you this, Gabby. Do you think the gauntlet match was supposed to happen tonight, or do you think that the change came when Seth Rollins went down because he was going to try and cash in on Gunther at main event?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like possibly he was supposed to cash in just because of how the match went. But I was also very happy with how that match ended. That I think that Naomi was cashing in either way. Like, I think no matter what that was happening, either if it was Liv or Rhea. Like, I don't think the Liv injury changed anything on the women's side, because I think they wanted it to be a shock thing with Naomi, and I think it makes the most sense in, like, the switch up of what's going on. So because of that, I don't think they would have planned 2 cash-ins that close together. So I don't think he was going to cash in, but I don't think he was supposed to. Obviously, I think he would have won that match, and I think the gauntlet probably wouldn't have happened, no. But I don't think he would have cashed in.
I've had a lot of thoughts, Raphael, on if the gauntlet match would have been those guys, would it have happened at all? I don't know. We don't know. Triple H said it at the post press conference. What do you think, Raphael?
What I thought tonight about was that, boy, maybe we don't have enough wrestlers to fill a 3-hour or 2-hour show, because we had a gauntlet match and a 2 out of 3 match. So that's a lot of time for just 2 matches to go. That was my original thing. Like, where is everybody? Did some people get Monday off? Is that why we have these 2 long matches? So I wasn't thinking about storylines. I was thinking about, man, it must be nice to have a Monday night off.
It was clearly they wanted to piggyback off the emotion of last night in Atlanta. That was very, very clear. I mean, when you have Naomi start, because the normal way you do it, Tommy, is you bring out one of your biggest stars at the start of the show and you weave that throughout. They didn't weave it throughout, but they got a pretty big pop. I thought Naomi had one of the biggest pops of the night, which when you're starting the show and you're doing a promo in Birmingham, Alabama, with a certain twang to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she was over.
Yeah.
She was over, and Nikki Bella wasn't. Because when Nikki Bella got introduced, man, I heard crickets. I didn't hear this big, huge pop that I thought I was going to hear. So I'm over Nikki Bella right now. I just got one quick thing.
Take that back, Tommy.
One quick thing about. Can we just go back to Seth for a minute?
Sure.
I thought this is what I thought should happen. I didn't think the gauntlet match was supposed to happen tonight because of what happened to Seth Rollins. I think Seth was going to cash in at SNME, and who was going to come out to stop him? Roman Reigns. And there's your feud with Seth and Roman leading to SummerSlam, not making him cash in. There's the heat right there. Continues into Raw, goes all the way to SummerSlam with Seth and Roman, and that is a major, major main event match at SummerSlam.
But the only issue I have with that, Tommy, is it sounds good, but rarely do you see a cash-in wasted, unless you don't call setting up that match at SummerSlam wasted.
Roman stopped it. It's not.
But if he tells the referee, I'm doing it, then it's gone. Once you tell the referee I'm doing it, it's gone.
Well, that could be worked. I mean, he's going to hand the thing to the ref and Roman's music, and then everybody stops.
That might work. I think we all agree. No matter what, I think we all agree that things changed on the fly quickly.
Oh yeah.
And when you only got a commercial break to make that decision, I don't know that I'd want to be in Triple H's shoes for that.
And where would you rather see Roman? Right? You rather see him on SNME where everybody gets to see him instead of Netflix because it's free TV. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Don't tell the Netflix executives that.
Yeah, I know. I'm
But
sorry.
network TV is still bigger than Netflix. Really?
Well.
All right, you are watching The Last Word. We're here every single Monday night. I'm looking at the live audience right now. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'm seeing a bunch of new names in the chat, so you guys are finding us. Thank you very much. And just like Tyler, if you want a question to be answered or your voice and name to be seen, you can do that via a super sticker. We'll put you right up onto the screen. All right, so those were the main storylines coming out of tonight. But I want to get your reaction because sometimes in the wrestling business, I like to just focus on big legacy type things. And the way that Goldberg was booked, I loved it. But the other part of Saturday night's main event is celebrities that we talk about that Vince always hated. And I know I was joking earlier, but Logan Paul to me is one of the best chicken shit heels that we've had in a really, really long time. His instincts as a heel are next level. And when you get punched by a country music artist who throws an incredible punch, by the way, he does it. Most guys would go back in and fight. A chicken shit heel backs out, begging off, and then goes and just destroys the entire set of Jelly Roll's musicians. It was awesome. But I want to give Jelly Roll an A+ because, Gabby, it's clear that when he was in the joint, he was in a couple of fights because that dude could throw a punch. Maybe he needs to do a seminar with some of the boys because that's some of the best punches I've seen in months. What did you make of Jelly Roll?
Listen, I'm not shocked. If you know anything about Jelly Roll, he has a crazy past. He's been through a lot of shit to get to where he is now. And if anybody doesn't know anything about Jelly Roll, just kind of look into it because the man's been have had nothing. He's had a lot of issues and he's dealt with some real life stuff. So I feel like that was a lot that came into those. He was throwing some real stuff and what it's bringing to the table because I don't know if you saw this that he's going to be on. He's going to be the special guest host for Jimmy Kimmel on Wednesday night with guest Randy Orton. You're going to tell me Logan's probably not going to show up? One of those guys isn't going to show up and call something on late night TV and make it 10 times bigger than it would have been without having Jelly Roll involved? I know everybody hates the celebrities being involved in some stuff, but when they show up and they put in the work and they kind of do this stuff, you had Bad Bunny, who was awesome when he showed up. Give it some time to breathe and give some people a chance. It's a fun twist on stuff. And Jelly Roll's I think he's been great.
The reason people hate the celebrity thing is because usually it's a one-off. Usually it's like Travis Scott, where you come in, you look like an idiot, you break up. Well, I don't know. I mean, you would know if Cody's ear. Nobody else does, but maybe we'll talk about that another time. But that's the last taste in the mouth the fans have from a celebrity because they come in, they go, oh, man, this will be fun. I dealt with so many celebrities because I had to host so many different things, and they were, most of them, a nightmare because they were big-eyed, and, man, it's so cool to be here. Oh, man, I wonder what it's like to take a body slam instead of be a part of the show. Jelly Roll clearly said, you know what? And this is what I love about him. I just watched a recent interview, and he's on tour all year round. He does shows on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. He'll host Jimmy. He'll fly out to, and then he'll be on a Friday, Saturday. He could have just stayed at home on Friday. No, he was on SmackDown. Then he went to Atlanta, was in the show. So when you're invested, Tommy, we'll respect that. And I think the fans respected the fact that he was in 2 different nights, 2 different matches, all the backstage skits, and now he's going to have a match at SummerSlam. That is far from a one-off for one of the biggest stars in the world right now.
Well, Triple H proved that in the press conference. He said he's at the Performance Center every day. Between concerts and everything, he's there and he gets reports on him. He sees video on him. He said, and this dude's no joke. He said that in the press conference after Evolution the other night.
When does he have time? He's on tour all the time, year round.
He said he's there that's what Triple H said.
He's also a husband and a father doing all that too at the same time. Just saying,
Yeah.
And he put him in the same category as Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny was legit.
Oh,
Bad Bunny was legit.
Yes.
The thing I love is Jelly Roll not only embraces, to Gabby's point, all those years in prison, but he has said, I lost so much time as an adult. He's over 40 years old also. And he's like, I'm going to do everything I can until I can't go anymore.
Yeah.
He's lost over 200 pounds in the last year and a half. I mean, this dude is living life. And why wouldn't you do this, Raphael? If somebody came to you, and the crazy part is that if I would have told you when you saw The Rock and Jelly Roll hugging it out at American Idol 2 weeks ago, that if you saw that picture and I said, who's going to be the next one to be on Friday Night SmackDown, The Rock show, and I told you it was Jelly Roll, Raphael, what would you have said?
A month ago, I would have laughed, but then I did some research on how much he's been doing time performing at performing his concerts and working out at WWE. So you could tell. And he said most of his weight, people thought he was doing a shot to lose weight. He said most of his weight was just doing the work, trying to improve himself in the ring. That's why he's losing a lot of weight. But I got a lot of respect for him because he's on almost every TV show. He's on Tulsa Kings. He's been on pretty much almost every Netflix on there. So this guy works and works and works. So I got to give him his props.
But,
He does a – yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
No, look how you could expand the brand of WWE. Just like Gabby was saying on Jimmy Kimmel, Logan. Imagine he's having a concert one night and Logan walks on with the sold-out crowd there. Logan Paul, they all know who he is. They're going to go out at SummerSlam, and some crap happens at a concert. What does that do for WWE? It expands the brand, and this is what it's all about, expanding the brand, money, social media to stay on top. It's a smart move, Coach.
Well, it's a smart move because he's bought in.
Yeah.
And he's done an amazing job because he lives in Nashville.
Mhm.
So if he's in Florida working out at the Performance Center and it hasn't gone out, and why the hell would Triple H say anything? I'm so tired of giving this shit away.
Yeah,
right?
he said it.
I know it's driving me. And Jake the Snake Robert recently came out with it, and to me, the closer we get to this new show, Unreal, the less I like it. I would have loved to just thought, you know what, Jelly Roll's just a badass who had some street fights, went into jail, but no, he's been training behind the scenes. He's been ready to. I don't want to know that. Because think about how much different you think about Jelly Roll just as a guy who walks in off the street. He's on the tour with Post Malone. He's doing stadiums. And he knocks out Logan Paul. But no, been training for it. Gabby, I just feel like we're giving away too much shit. But maybe because I'm an old school guy and I love the surprise. And that surprised me. I didn't know that. If I would have known that, then I'd been like, okay, here comes something. I don't want to know that something's coming, Gabby, and they're going to give it so much away that it's going to take that pop away that is the natural, organic pop.
Yeah, I think the beauty of pro wrestling is you never know what's going to happen because they can make it that way for you. It's not like any other sport where it's it isn't always a great ending. It could be boring or it could be a blowout. That's not how it happens in pro wrestling. It's entertainment for that reason. I hate spoilers. That's why I don't read dirt sheets because they just piss me off. I don't even want an inkling of kind of hearing about something. Like I want to be surprised. That's the best part. You're like a little kid again. That's the magic of being a pro wrestling fan is feeling like they duped me. I want you to dupe me. I don't want to know what's going on. I don't want to know what's happening next. Like, it's just, even like tonight, literally someone reported, I think like I saw it on Twitter, like, oh, there's going to be something happening at Kimmel on Wednesday night. And it didn't say anything else. And then tonight.
Whoa. Yeah. I apologize for ruining your flow. A dirt sheet, did you just get offended by her saying she doesn't read the dirt sheets?
Maybe a little bit. Because that's my job is the dirt sheets.
Yeah, your job, not mine. I don't have to read them. You can read them.
Wow. We're a team. And you're telling him he doesn't have to do his job here live on the
No, I said he could do it. I'm not doing it.
No, you said that's your job. I don't care. That's the first thing that came out of your mouth. You said I don't care about his job.
No,
very
that's
important.
Not what I said. That you don't. Now you're putting words in a certain sentence out of my mouth that wasn't there.
Did we roll that back? Did she not just say that?
I said that's your job. I don't care. Meaning I don't care about the dirt sheets. You can care about them because it's your job to.
But I just said those exact words, and you said I didn't say that, and then you just said that.
No, you said I said I don't care about his job.
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Well, apples.
Wow.
Apples to apples.
Double D. I was getting ready to call you babyface tonight, but apparently you're a heel to Gabby, and I apologize on behalf of the team. I care about the work that you do and looking up all of those ages tonight. Do you know how long that took you? Thank you, Dirt Sheet. Thank you, Dirt Sheet.
A whole 5 minutes.
All right, get off. Okay.
I gave him his name.
Wow. Oh,
See,
get
producer
off.
man.
Oh, my goodness. She's calling the shots.
Producer
My
man's out.
God.
He's
Oh.
done.
First of all, he could just pop on unannounced now. We're just like, it throws me off when I'm talking about things. It moved me from the middle to the upper right. I don't know what's happening.
And I thought you were ready for the big time.
Oh.
Perhaps I wasn't.
Can I finish what I was saying? Speaking of big time,
you're
the host
yes.
and you're not leading things correctly. You're just letting madness ensue, and you're supposed to keep things in order. But
no. Order are non-entertaining shows. What I do is entertainment.
Yeah, you're welcome for being as entertaining as I am. I'm only helping you with that because
please before I read my next chat comment, please continue. I hate to ruin your Double D ruined your flow. Go ahead. Anyway, finish what you were saying.
Someone had said something out on social media like, oh, a picture of Jimmy Kimmel, and it was like, word on the street is something big's happening on Kimmel Wednesday night. And then I'm watching Raw, and then all of a sudden it pops up a teaser like, oh, did you know Jimmy Kimmel guest host, Jelly Roll with Randy Orton? And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's going to be happening Wednesday night. Like, I wish I didn't know that someone would throw that out there, because I'm going to watch it to see them. And I want to be genuinely surprised if someone comes out on Kimmel and like, knocks Jelly Roll over or something, does something ridiculous. Like, I find that more entertaining.
Well, it's smart on Jimmy Kimmel's his team on his part, because now his show that normally is off during the summer is actually going to have a new show during the summer. We do have a chat comment comparing your boy to Jelly Roll. It's very, very, very nice from Kimberly. Raphael, what is this disrespect today, guys? Let me read a quote. I've often wondered the same thing about you, Coach. Multiple shows on multiple formats and outlets. Busiest man in sports entertainment. Kimberly.
Oh my God. He's crying. He's emotional.
Kim, why did you have to do that? I just don't.
He's got a little moistness under his eye.
Sometimes you don't think people are paying attention.
Take it.
Sometimes you think people don't understand the hours and the effort and the intensity, the obsession that goes into building a brand like Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word, Coach and Bro, Coach and Company, Off the Ropes. I mean, just to name a few. But Kimberly, it is so nice to know that somebody out there cares. Thank you. And thank you for being a premium member too. It means the world to me and to us that care about the brand.
I'm a little emotional. Oh.
I know, Tommy, it gets you. I mean, I had a hard time getting that out. I really, really did.
That's what she said.
Wow. I'll take the respect. Ghost World Order.
I have to do it.
No, please. Don't do it, please.
It's okay if I say it.
I didn't even say anything. I just responded to it. I'm going to get quoted again. Coach said this on The Last Word. Yeah. Context.
It's really my fault.
Context. It's all your fault. What do you mean kind of your fault? It's all your fault.
It's all right.
All right. Ghost World Order. I apologize. You have what we like to call a mid-carder when it comes to super stickers. Didn't Braun Breaker look great tonight? I took CM Punk, Jey Uso, and OTC to cheat him out of his title shot. GWO, as I like to call my boy from the chat. I thought he looked great. I think Ghost World Order, you're spot on. And it was how they shot it at the end that looked pretty cool. And you kind of have this faction over here against a faction over there. So really good take by you, and we appreciate the mid-card level there. All right, guys, we're almost to the end of the allotted hour. If you are a premium member, you can watch a live recording of the War Room after we are done.
I know what he's going to say.
I can't drink water?
I'd prefer if you waited until you were off camera.
Who cares? We're human beings. I'm drinking water. And if I wasn't I'm on camera the whole time.
Not true.
You think the people?
Not true.
You think the Last Word fam is going to be like, oh man, Gabby just drank water? Oh my God. How dare she
Hear
take a
the
sip of
blood
water like a
boiling.
human being.
Hey, Raphael, from somebody who spends almost every single day with me, can you throw out a couple of my pet peeves, please? So Gabby can hear.
The one of the numero unos: don't drink on air.
That
Okay?
might be number one or 1A.
You make me want to drink on air and not water. Okay? But I hold back. I refrain myself from you. I talk a lot. Okay?
No shit. No shit.
You're welcome. And because I talk so much, I get parched from time to time. Am I going to say wave myself like because here's the thing, if I would have cut my own camera and then you would have been, where'd you go? What would you do that for, Gabby? You're too good. You popped off the camera to come back on the camera. What are you doing? And I'm going to say, no, I wanted to get a drink of water, coach. Sorry, I'm parched. Oh God, next time I'll ask your permission.
Did I just go into the Twilight Zone, or do I not
Guess what?
run this brand? Wow. Wow.
I can go another hour now because I drink water like human beings do.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You'd think that she actually controls something around here.
I'm bigger than this little box.
Oh, very interesting.
Producer man did that?
Maybe this is how we need to have her on, just the voice, and then we control the mute. But it does sound like God. If God was the devil,
it's me,
oh my God! I just wanted to show you how quickly I could make that happen. Just like that, I can make that happen.
Please.
Unfortunately, I don't control your microphone, so I can't make that happen. But
I won't cough into it or anything.
All right.
Slurping. Imagine I was slurping the water into the mic. I have a very mute straw.
Why do you keep doing this to Double D? Come on.
What do you mean?
Everything you say, he takes differently. And now,
I'm quietly sucking water from the mute straw.
What? Stop! Just stop! Just stop!
You can't stop me.
Clearly.
I will suck the water when I want to, okay?
Do not say
free country. I am a woman in this country and it's free, okay? Evolution just happened.
Poor dirt sheet.
Do as I please.
Oh my God. All right. It's time for our final takes. Raphael, start us off.
Why do I have to start off? I'm still laughing. I thought Evolution was fantastic, and it just rolled over to tonight. I thought Raw was very, very entertaining, and then I didn't read anything all afternoon because I was doing other stuff. So when Roman Reigns came up, I was shocked. So I thought back-to-back shock moments. We saw the shock one with the briefcase exchange and new champion, and then we saw OTC come back. So double shocks for me.
Tommy, your thoughts?
In what world do we have to see Lyra and Becky at SummerSlam? That's my question. Have we not seen enough of these two? And who did Bailey piss off? And my other question is, did they ever give an update on Seth tonight? Maybe I missed that.
They said he doesn't have an update yet.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I refrain from saying anything critical about Lyra and or Bailey because their extensive fan club apparently can't separate real against wrestling and character-driven entertainment. But you're starting to see what I'm talking about. Even Bailey, when she loses, she loses. And Lyra, do you notice tonight? No big-time promo. Short, sweet, to the point, turn around, Bailey's there, let's go fight. They clearly watched The Last Word. They clearly listened to what I have to say as an OG. Now, can you say the same thing, Mr. Tommy, Mr. Raphael? No. But Gabby, I'm sure can. Gabby, the floor is yours for your final take.
I think it would be interesting if someone mysteriously, gets Lyra out of the way right before SummerSlam. I don't know, a receipt for a receipt. I think it could be interesting because justice for Bailey, to me, it pisses me off. But I'm not going to talk about pisses me off because I thought Evolution was incredible. I thought honestly, we didn't even talk about her tonight, but Stephanie Vaquer is going to be champion by the end of this year, and I think that it's going to happen. And I think the fact that she won to go to Paris is massive. I think that Stephanie McMahon interviewing her in the ring after winning was massive. That shows it, her showing up tonight. She's like a star in the making, and I'm so excited to watch her journey because she's so over. And I'm excited to see what's next in that category. Also, yeah, I know you're already rolling your eyes because I'm talking too long, but another girl who I'm giving honorary mention to that I tweeted about, Sol Ruka, is ridiculously incredible. And mark my words, in like a couple years, she's going to be as over as Rhea Ripley on the main roster, in my opinion. That's how much I like her.
Which mean who was that one more time? Did you say
Sol Ruka?
Sol Ruka?
Sol Ruka. Did you watch
Sol
Evolution?
Ruka.
She was in the tag match from the NXT side. Her and Zarya. She did the Soul.
Did you just ask me if I watched the show?
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if your hearing aids were in. You didn't hear what I said.
I wanted to make sure you were saying the name correctly because
Sol
I actually yeah, that's what I
Ruka.
asked you. Yeah, I repeated it to see if you said it correctly because I'm actually the host who's actually done Raw, SmackDown, NXT. No, not NXT, but I do homework for these
Great.
shows. I actually wrote down pronunciations for the show.
Sol
And
Ruka.
by the way, how about you bearing the lead with your boy tonight? The show is only 2 hours from Atlanta on a night when there was very little star power outside of the ladies. Your boy was at the home run derby, putting a belt on the winner, Cal Raleigh, just moments ago. And so the WWE on Monday Night Raw is going to put their biggest star opposite them at the home run derby instead of in Birmingham to put over in 19 days. But they'll be in SmackDown under the same roof. So if you talk to Cody this week, like I know you will,
No, I'm
could
not.
you?
I don't talk to him that much.
Oh, that much, boys. She doesn't talk to him that much, just a little bit.
I talk to you more than I talk to him.
Boy, trust me, I know. All right, that's all the damage we can do. I'm looking at the live number. I don't know why they like the show this way, but my God, they do.
Coach, can I put a request in? And I'm going to say this
Sure.
publicly, and this has nothing to do with wrestling, but just because I want to.
Okay.
Because you do PFL as well. If people that don't know, you're all over that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are we like now? Okay.
No, go ahead.
Which is great,
right.
by the way. But
Thank
there
you.
is a very hot fighter that you keep tweeting things about or like posting pictures of.
Yeah.
And I think we need to bring him on the show because I think I need to meet him.
Okay, here's the problem. I know the guy you're talking about. The same guy that I reposted on IG today, and I said it's like looking in a mirror. His name's Dalton Rasta.
I guess if you want to put me out to dry and say his name, sure, but he's attractive.
Oh, he's beyond attractive. He's like something that women like when you make a human being. You brought him up. I didn't.
Well, I'm just saying I was saying it.
You said he was attractive. If you're gonna put him on blast, don't undersell him.
I think he's hot. Yeah, he's very attractive.
He's no dirt sheet Dan.
No, he's no dirt sheet Dan, but he actually responded to me today. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, Dalton. Oh, there, Dalton Rasta. So he said the laughing emoji because I know him one-on-one. So here I don't know if you guys can see him.
Yeah, I like his back.
You see that?
I like those muscles.
And that you see what I wrote above him? I said it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, but.
And that's what she's talking about, him. And so then he wrote back laughing emoji because we're on the one-on-one basis. So now Gabby needs me. How funny is that, boys?
I just think we should get him on the show. I think people would want it to hear the show.
He's actually a very, very big wrestling fan. He really is.
Let's get him on.
He actually said, I cannot believe that you're interviewing me the first time I interviewed him for a little something I like to call Coach's Conversations.
Listen, I could handle him on Gabby AF. I think he would enjoy it.
I am quite certain that you could handle him in many, many, many platforms. What did you think I was going to say?
I'll bring the mute straw. It'll be a good time for everybody.
I'm sure it would not bother him at all for you to be slurping all over your podcast. All right, gentlemen, this is always the debacle. It always just ends up like this. But damn it, do I love it so very much. Thank you, producer, man. That's enough of that. All right, Remember, we're here every single Monday night, live after Monday Night Raw. If you want to laugh, if you want to learn a little bit, this is where you come. Tell all your friends, subscribe to our BTT YouTube page. We're almost to 20,000. We need to get there. That's a big milestone for our YouTube page. Most people don't get to 1,000. Most people don't. We have. We're building strong. 3 big shows every single week. All right, for Gabby, AF, my numbers guy, Raphael, for Big Tommy C, 32 years in the show, Double D, Babyface, and my man, Producer Man. I am Simply the Coach. This has been The Last Word Premium members, and you can join right now doing the War Room in a matter of minutes where I beat down Tommy C every single time. This has been The Last Word. Have a great week.